surprisingly. Immortality, I think we were done with immortality. Oh, we did not read about the succubus. Supernatural creatures who visit their victims through sexual dreams. Before Freud, disturbing sexual dreams were often thought to be the work of demons, come to tempt a devout Christian to sin. The bearer of such dreams were succubi and incubi, female and male demons respectively, who were sexually insatiable and would rape their victims via sexual dreams while they slept. As fun as this might sound, it could be a terrifying experience for those who believed in such things. It was believed that a visit from a succubus or an incubus would drain energy, even life, from its victim. It is a very common form of demonic possession. That sounds sexy, I guess. Alright. Oh, from Bram Stoker's Dracula. Really? Are we really gonna read all this? Alright. You know what? I think it's just gonna be like, haha, this is how you could read blah blah blah. I don't care. We probably all should check on the Stuarts. Here we go, House of Stuart. The House of Stuart was the royal house of Scotland until the 14th century, beginning with Robert the Bruce in 1314, who won independence from Britain. Another famous descendant of the family was Mary, Queen of Scots, blah blah blah. In 1603, James VI succeeded Elizabeth I of England, who died childless. James VI ruled both Scotland and England, uniting the countries, but an age-old rivalry between Scotland and England made the succession difficult for the English to bear. His son Charles I was murdered by Cromwell. Yay! In 1660, Charles II was named King of England and Scotland, uniting the countries under the Stuart dynasty once again. But it was not to last. The Stuarts were ousted and replaced by the current dynasty of the Hanovers. Today, the House of Stuart is active in its exile and are called the Counts of Albany, or the Princes of Albany. Amazing. Okay, so that's the Stuarts. We also wanted to check out the Templars. Knights Templar. The Knights Templar was chivalrous order in the Middle Ages. The order began in 1118 during the Crusades, when Hugh de Paynes and 8 companions made a sacred vow to protect pilgrims from attack when they were journeying to the Holy Land. The King of Jerusalem granted knighthood to the order and gave them lodgings in Al-Quasab Mosque, which was built on an ancient site of the Temple of Solomon. The order grew in power and wealth, as they began to be involved in a kind of banking system. In 1307, King Philip IV of France used fabricated charges of heresy against the order in order to seize their land and wealth. Through this trial, the order was abandoned, and some Templars, such as the Grand Master Jacques de Molay, were executed. A number of modern esoteric groups, including the Freemasons, claim descent from the Knights Templar. Hey, the Freemasons. And this will be the last article that we need to read, then we can finally move on. Freemasonry. Freemasons are one of the largest esoteric societies, rivaled only by the Rosicrucians, who we haven't heard of really much lately, I don't know. Part of this popularity has been the development as a man's club, a place of privilege and fellowship. But rites and history of the Freemasons remain enshrouded in the esoteric, however modern, even naive, its adherents. Freemasons claim spiritual descendancy from Hiraf Arbif, the architect of the Temple of Solomon. The legend goes that Harim, an Egyptian, was a master mason. He and the King Solomon himself were the only master masons on the project. Master masons supposedly knew secrets involving numbers, measures, geometry, and magical formula hidden within these sciences. 4 lower masons working on the temple began to envy and covet this knowledge. Instead of working to become master masons, they decided to steal the knowledge. Late one night, each of the 4 hid outside a different temple exit, north, east, south, and west. When Harim entered from the first exit, the lower mason demanded his secrets. Harim refused and was dealt a death blow, but he survived and stumbled back into the temple. He tried to escape by another entrance, was once more again stopped. When he refused the second mason, another lethal blow was struck and he once more retreated. Goodness gracious, how long does this guy die? This happened 2 more times at the other exits from the temple. Finally, Hiram succumbed and died. Vinaigrettes from this story are still played out in the Masonic lodges throughout the world. The death and resurrection of the candidate signifies the death of their old life and the new start of their new life in the secret knowledge of the Masons. The theme of the architectural masonry continues throughout the Freemasons' rites and symbols. I really apologize for this. For some reason, I'm tripping all over Freemasonry. Some scholars believe that Freemasons are descended from stonemasons guilds in the Middle Ages, but the Freemasons themselves claim an older and much noble heritage, descendancy from the Knights Templar. This may have some legitimacy since the Freemasons were born in Scotland, the oldest groups of Scottish Rite. And some Templars did flee to Scotland during their persecution. Yay! You know what, let's go out. Yay! Okay. Sorry. So that was completely now taken care of. Let's go back. I think it's time that we go wake up Mosley. Yes, yes, yes. Where are you?
It's Mosley's room.
Yeah, I know it's Mosley's room. Just knock on it.
He's probably asleep.
No.
We've got some time yet.
What? I've done everything. Haven't I? No, I did that. Ah! I have to go back to the dining room and talk to Madeline. Which I didn't see her down there before, but you never know. Time to check her again. Check her out again. Because obviously we've got to be on the tour to take the tour. Oh, there you are, you little whore. Hey, Madeline.
Hi, are you Madeline Bouzain?
I am.
I'm Grace Nakamura, a friend of Mosley's. I'd like to join your tour.
Haven't I already had this conversation? It was more interesting the first time.
Oh.
You must be talking about Gabriel.
Yes, much more interesting.
Oh.
You told him it would be 2,000 francs.
For him? For you? It is 3,000.
What?
The tour leaves at 9. If you decide to come along, only a check.
Sure. Fine. Thank you so much.
That was...
Well, it's almost 9 o'clock. Maybe I should let Mosley know we're about to leave.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. But, oh, Madeline, you are a piece of work. Piece of work indeed. Ugh. Alright, let's go get Mosley.
Mose, it's time for the tour.
I'll be down in a sec.
Okay. That was helpful. Alright. No, we need to... For some reason I went, let's go to their combi, but no, it's... Yeah, there we go.
It is time to start. Follow me, s'il vous plaît.
Come on, Mose. There you are.
Excuse me.
In a horrible
Sorry.
shirt.
Excuse.
What is
Sorry.
with that?